How's it going, everybody? It is Famine from Famine Studios, and today here on this live, this is a late, excuse me, Snowflake, a late Wednesday night live. We are going to look at Wenzilla's giant package. This dude has a huge package, and it's all for me. Probably should have thought about phrasing. I'm going to let a few folks wander in. If you're watching this on the replay, thanks for tuning in. If you're coming to us live, I appreciate you being here. As always, hitting that like button and subscribing helps the channel. Sharing this live link with a friend also helps. I hope you guys are ready for some excitement. We got this huge box here. I'm ready to open it up. Snowflake's been eyeballing this thing since it walked in the door. I think she thinks it's for her. Not 100%, but she can take a peek. She can have a look. And I just want to check on everybody. How are you guys tonight? I hope you're all doing well. As I said, we're going to get this big beast opened up. I did open it up, and then I stopped myself. I exercised self-control. I was like, no, I'm not going to open it. I'm going to share it. I'm going to save this moment, this excitement for the live stream, share it with the audience, share it with the friends. So, that's what we're going to do here today. We're going to go ahead and get this getting double audio feedback. That's exciting. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get this bad boy cracked. So sound off in the chat if you're here. Appreciate you guys being here. I hope you guys are ready for some fun. Snowflake is nosing around. She's getting ready. She wants whatever's in this box because it's making a crinkling noise. I think I can pull out this piece of paper. See, I want to make a note for Rad Toys. You can use paper for packing. You don't have to use bubble wrap. You don't have to use plastic. You can use good old paper. Snowflake, get that paper ball. All right, so let's get going here. So we've got this giant package. I'm excited. All right, I'm gonna bring it down here to my lap, I guess. Seems like a reasonable place to unbox a package that you were sent from a friend. So let's get to it. And I already took the shipping labels and stuff off, so nobody's identity is being given away. All right, so what we've got here, I'm just going to start from the top. This is in no particular order. Sorry for the moving camera around. I am not a professional. I just work here. Let's do the thing. So we've got some more paper for Snowflake. Eat that paper. We've got some more packing materials. Red, how's it going? Thank you for tuning in. I know it's an unannounced live, but I wanted to open this up. I was going to open it this afternoon. I held off. I did crack the seal, took the labels off. We've got some great packing material. I would give this a 10 out of 10. The customizations, I'm kidding. Get that out of here. I will reuse it though. Got a plastic bag. Let's see here. We got a Majors. Snowflake does want the box. We got somebody's receipt here. Let's see. Nice. Good sales tax rate. All right, so let's take a look at the first thing I see on top is I see a bag with some alien heads, and I see some Morphonauts figures. Hell yeah. I'm going to set this aside. We're going to pull everything out. I'm just going to show it off, then we're going to go through it one by one, all right? So I've got a box here of what appears to say it's sunglasses, but I believe it's action figures. So it looks like there's some parts and a Batman figure in there and also possibly a Batwoman figure. So we will take a look at that. We've got a, hell yeah, RoboCop from the newest movie. I actually really enjoyed this movie. I really enjoyed this movie way more than I thought I would. So that's going to be cool to use as a custom. I'm going to open that up. Let's see here. Some more. We've got, this is, okay. So we've got a Evangelion, however you say it is the correct way, and however I say it is the wrong way, unless I'm wrong and you're right. Either way. But a mech kit, I will probably not build the kit. I will probably kit bash that bad boy and use that weird skeleton for a custom. That's super cool. I appreciate that, Josh. Thank you. Let's go. We're going to keep it going here. We've got some more prestigious bubble wrap. Always appreciated. We've got nice. So I've been amassing these predators, these HIYA predators, for a custom or a series of customs, and this one is a stealth one. Customizer's dream right there, blank slate. That's super cool. Or I can use it for photos as a stealth predator. Also an opportunity. Yes, Miss Snowflake, she's checking out everything down there. And we've got this little robot guy who I actually think is the cutest goddamn thing on planet Earth. I don't know what he's from, but I am going to paint him and weather him and make him look awesome. Again, Multi, what's happening? Opening up Josh's huge package. Swentzilla has a huge, massive package, and it's in front of me, and I've just got to get my hands on it. So we're opening this up. And then I'm just setting everything here as I take it out. Then we'll go over it in a little more detail. Looks like there's a bag of Amrakians here. I'm not going to pull them out and look at them yet. I'm going to set them to the side. I'm excited about that. I've heard some things. Looks like we did have a leg come loose, but I can fix that. We'll worry about that in a moment. Josh was kind enough to pick this guy up for me at Ollie's. I never saw him here. Super excited to have him. He's going to get a little rusty and gimmick. That's going to be exciting. Let's see. We've got, ooh. Looks like there's a bead. A single bead. I'll use that. I know what I'll use it for. If it's not for something in particular, but I will use it. I asked Josh if he could to pick me up. Oh, there's two beads. All right, we got two beads. We are close to a bracelet. I asked him to grab me another one of these. He was kind enough to. I'm excited. I've already started painting the other one. We did a live stream where I worked on the saw, the power saw for one, which is right here. So, I mean, just to show you the difference, a little bit of paint can make. So that's super cool. That will get customized, of course, as all things do in Gimmick one way or another. So we got some stuff that I had no idea. He had just mentioned in passing he was going to throw in a couple extra things in here. So let's take a look at that. More plastic for Snowflake to sit on. We've got, what is this? Oh. All right, that is a 1/18 Firestone GTO wide body. Suicide doors. Yep. If I can get them open. I don't know how to make doors work. There we go. Oh, they're not suicide doors. Okay, that's cool. This is going to be a really... There he is. There's Glenzilla. I was just telling everybody about your massive package. Your huge, giant box. Your massive package that's here. It's just so big. Let me know if you want me to send you the link and you can jump on. I'm just, like I was telling everybody, I'm just taking the stuff out of the box. Snowflake desperately wants this cardboard box, and then we're going to get to looking at things a little bit closer. But yeah, hell yeah, that thing is sick, and it's metal. So that's going to be exciting. I don't think I've made anything metal with customs, but I used to work for a sheet metal plant, and I have a good bit of aluminum, titanium, and steel working experience, so that does not that doesn't scare me. I'm actually excited about that because I can form and manipulate some metal. And then we've got Jesus Christ, we've got another sick car. Like it's a 2017 GT, and I almost don't want to modify it, but I'm gonna. But I almost don't wanna, but I'm gonna. I think this could become an excellent spinner, Blade Runner style. So I'm excited for that. Like that's doors open. These guys got the wing doors. Yeah, no, this is these are ridiculous. Thank you so much for these. And we got one more box in here. Look at, I'm running out of space. That's how big Wencella's package is, guys. Huge package. Some more bubble wrap. Again, rad. You could use bubble wrap, but you don't have to, but you can use paper. And then we've got alien egg set. Thank you. Haven't come across these yet myself. So all of the face huggers and stuff that I have are 1/10 scale. Whatever Todd McFarlane's was back in the day, I have those. So these fit my HIYA 1/18 scale Alien and Predator line, so I'm super stoked about that. Let me just check here before I go opening things. And I got this sweet little empty bag, which I think this is a one-of-a-kind rare empty bag. I think that's why he sent this along. So let me give Snowflake the box. There you go, Snowflake. Come out. Hop in. All right, now I can get closer to you guys. I can get... So I guess we'll take a look at the Amrakians first, right? That's the excitement, the exciting part. Let's get these guys out. Now, I did mention it looks like one of the legs came off of a figure, but we can fix that. We are all customizers here. So this was the one that Wentzilla posted up today. This is the heavy, the gentleman who is missing an eye. He had a bad day. But I dig that. You did a really great job on the paint on this. Like, it's even got, you know, silver up on the shoulder to catch the light. Nice and weathered. Homie's missing an eye. Hate when that happens. But, like, check that out. That's dope. And he's got that weird futuristic kind of hair, almost like the Fifth Element. Gary Oldman's haircut. Weird haircut. This guy's kind of got the same thing, so I'm excited about him. And he's got the that MRAC blue going on around his collar. So I'm going to set him down over there. Then we've got a Pike Samurai, which I am damn excited for. I don't have any Pikes in Gimmick. I love Samurai, so that is freaking cool. Like that dude's badass. Look at the sword comes out of the sheath. He's got the touch of soft goods on 118. Look at that. I think it might have. We're gonna get there. I promise we're getting there. That is really awesome. And yeah, I'm gonna have a field day with this guy. Posing him up in some shots. And then we've got this droid here, who Josh warned me about his leg. He said, "Hey, Famine, I know you're going to be wild with this and snap this guy's leg." And I said, "No, I'm not. Post office did it for me." No, it's not the glued one. It was just the, it popped out of the peg hole. So we've got a battle droid, like a beefed up droid. He's got some sick shoes on. I think those are J's, right? Are they red bottom? No, okay. He's got some sick shoes. He's got the AMRAC colors. I love the striping on Beta Pack on the back, and then he's got the white like face mask painted on there with the little black eyes. I dig this guy. This is super cool. And the gun is nice and weathered. Y'all know me. You know I like to have my blasters weathered. I actually did a bit of a tutorial where I just showed off doing that, and I had a couple of people go, you know, holy shit, I never even thought of that. So that's always a plus. But he looks like he would be a great guard or a mercenary for hire on the back of somebody's team. I like this guy. This guy's going to look sick in some photos too. I'm excited. So thank you again for that. Put him right there, out of the way. All right, let's take a look at some other stuff now here. This guy, I didn't know this was coming. I was excited about this. I don't know what he's from, but I want to... Hands don't hold the gun too well. May need to just glue it in. I considered doing that. I might not. I might swap his hands out. Who knows? But this is like, yeah, Snowflake's checking out that box that you sent over. This guy. What is this from? I've never seen him, but he looks vaguely familiar. But I've never seen him. But he's like the cutest friggin' thing. He's got like the old, walking toy robot legs where the feet, like this is, no, you're fine. That's for you. The box is yours. You can play in it. You're such a good girl. Yes, you are, Snowflake. But like this guy is going to get painted and weathered. I am excited about him. Like I said, I don't know what he's from. some type of symbol on his back. Looks like a division symbol to me. I don't know how well it's going to pick up with the lighting like it is now. Nice. But yeah, this dude is rocking. I like this guy. He's like weird and he's fat like me. And his head tilts and rocks, and this is badass. I like this guy. I'm gonna put him right over here. Again, up out of the way so I don't knock it over, which I will undoubtedly do. We've got two wooden beads that I believe are reminiscent of this is Wentzilla and this is Rad, and it's just for our the World Makers Consortium. I think that's what that's representative of, indicative of, I should say. So appreciate that. We got the I'm not going to bust this out because there are so many small parts, but the Stealth Predator. Let's get the glare down. Sorry, you're catching the glare off the computer monitor. But it's a customizer's dream. It's a complete blank canvas. I could dye it if I wanted to. I don't know. Like I said, I might take a couple of pictures of its stealth before I do anything else, just because it's a cool Stealth Predator. And like I said, I've been amassing pieces and parts to make custom Predators, so that will definitely contribute to that. And it's the one from AVP, and I really like that one. I enjoyed AVP. Sound off in the comments if you liked Alien versus Predator. I absolutely did. It had some really good moments, really exciting chase scenes, all the business with the Queen, the throwing weapons, the net. I actually have a pillow over there from Pillow Pops, which is run out of toying around in Johnstown. On one half, it's the Xenomorph head, and then you flip it over, and it's the grid Xenomorph from the net that cut into his head with the acid. It's really sick. I recommend checking them out. It's Pillow Pops, I believe .com. You can check that out. Google it. You'll get taken to the site. They're really soft, really nice pillows. Let's see. We got this guy here from Star Wars again. Thank you, Wentzilla, for picking this guy up again. Our Ollies didn't have him, and we don't have a Ross here, so the only Ross near my house is the one from Friends. Okay, that's the only Ross that we've got here. Let's see here. We got this protocol droid, and he's all silver and chrome and shiny, and I love that. They weathered the front of him and then completely skipped the back, so it's like he walked through a spray tan in one direction, which I think is it's actually kind of funny. But good articulation on this guy. I like when they give a little extra range in the arms, so that's really cool. He's got your standard knees, so he's got a waist swivel there, and his head turns, and he's got that weird protocol head. He will be getting a nice greasy and rusty bath, I'm sure. Maybe a little dry brushing. I don't know. I like this guy, though. He's exciting. I don't have one. What I will do is take some UV resin and paint the eyes and then blast them with UV so they really pop, so they're really buggy. I like that in droids. So thank you, Wentzilla, for that. Like I said, we've got a Evangelion mech here. It's the frame one. I don't know if there's all the pieces here, but I am going to certainly use this for kit bashing. I will probably build the body frame and then use the armor for some other stuff, but that could certainly be a really weird little guy, and I'm excited about that. I'm certainly excited about this. I like kits for kit bashing, and also Snowflake. So that's going to be an exciting set of pieces here. I'm just kind of all over the place. I'm like a little kid on Christmas here. We'll open up the Batman and Batgirl, I believe this is. I'm not sure what line this is from, but it's a little 118 Batman. It looks like it's got a really good articulation. Plastic cape, I'll probably replace that. He does look a little thinner on the lower end, but that doesn't mean anything. I think it's just the framing of the cape. Yes, Snowflake. And he looks like he's ready to take on Gotham's criminals. There's a set of hands here for him. There is a grapnel hook, so that's cool, and it's got a little cord on it. Then we've got Batgirl here, who it looks like maybe got into a fight with Batman in the box. I don't know how that works, but she's got some pieces off, but we'll be putting her together. Her hair articulates, which is something you don't see, and that's cool, I guess, to get out of the way of her cape. And this says, let's see here. What do we got? Ooh. This is from the micro-size action figure series of Microman. So I guess that's what these are from. Wasteman, it is a huge package. So we've got Batgirl in there, and there's her other arm. We've got Batman's hands. We've got a gas mask for Batman as well, or Batgirl. So that's really cool. Yeah, I'm going to put them to work. I'm going to put those pieces to work. Certainly always good to have, number one, articulated female characters, because that's the thing, is a lot of female figures that come in, they're pretty static. You know, they're like in a sexy pose or whatever, and then their arms just kind of... Oh, goodness, you like that box. I got to get a cat camera. For these lives, and dog camera. But essentially, she just looked at the box. She was looking at it for a bit, and then she just like took a big leap into it. So now she's in it. She's hunkered down and peeking out like it's her fortress. And she sees me talking about her. She's making herself tall. She's very beautiful. So, and that's a nice. I don't know why you sent me this box, man. You could use this for like part of a diorama, like hold something up, or even like cut a door. Just saying. Just putting it out there. Then also this could be a door. We don't throw many things away in Castle Famine, so that's exciting. Thank you for those. And we'll go to the Morphonauts next. I know you guys are riding that out. The Kickstarter is still going, I believe. So make sure you get on that 6-inch Kickstarter. Absolutely. Wenzilla painted up all the prototype masters for those. Did a phenomenal job. Did a bunch of photography. Go check those out. Back to Kickstarter. They're a 6-inch line, but he is looking at doing them in 118 when the opportunity is there. The 6-inch line gets the extra boost. That shows that there's interest in them and them expanding. And also there's the opportunity to help out, somebody who's already making, Morphonauts already makes 118 scale, also makes 2.5-inch scale figures. So you can go to Morphonauts, buy 118s, or you can go to the Kickstarter and back it. Support, your friends who worked hard. Excuse me, I know Wenzilla worked really hard on that. I've said hard on twice now. That's 3 times. And yeah, we support in this community. So go check that out. So let's take a look at these Morphonauts 118 figures. Let's see, we got this guy here. I'm excited. Well, we'll take out the little alien heads first. All right, we'll take out the alien heads. So I know I had mentioned I was looking for something like this, and Wenzilla came through. So I've got 2 cool blue-headed aliens with sunglasses that are like the freaking Blues Brothers. So we'll put those over here. I'm going to put those in my parts bin a little bit later tonight. So we've got this crocodile dude who is all business. He's big. He's giant. He's got his armor looks like crocodile pieces. Like that to me is a level of detail and patience and precision to make that. Like he could have just done smooth armor or made it like metal plates, but instead took the time to sculpt it into actual like crocodile bumps. That's going to be a treat to paint. Like I am super excited for these. Thank you, Josh. Let's see what else we got in here. We got alternate hands for him. It looks like I'm not going to take out all the little pieces because I will certainly lose them. Let's see. We've got He-Man right here. And I know very little about He-Man, but I'm excited to paint him too. I could probably make him into, like, I don't know, Savage Land's version of a character or whatever. I'm not big on He-Man, like I said. Again, like, the articulation is there. The body forms, like, that's a big, like, muscular, bulky. He's a rare combat creature. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. His body type, he's big, he's bulky. He's, he's not overly, he's not like Bane, but he's more like, a bodybuilder or a power lifter. He's got a strong face on him. He's got a little belt that I'm sure I could actually pop that out, replace that with a little fur. That'd be fun. That'd be something exciting to do, different. And articulation. These guys are very articulated for something that's like, man, and I hate saying it that way. I shouldn't say it that way for something made like that. These are resin made, but they are solid quality figures, and I dig that about him. And he's constantly making improvements too. Like, that's so dope. Most toy companies, they release a toy and they move on. Maybe they'll rehash it, but Morphonauts is really taking it to another level. So those are super cool. There's weapons. I think they're for the crocodile guy, but they could also be for He-Man. Yes, the alien heads are from Bill. I think Wenzel is using those guys for band members, if I'm not mistaken. But I am really hyped to paint this guy up. And it's not going to be the way you think. I'm not going to go, all greens and just go green crazy. But I've got some plans for this dude. So thank you, Wenzel. This is cool. My brain is running on 1,000 right now. I've got so many ideas for all these things. Let's see what else we got. We can take a look at the aliens again. I'll actually bust these out. We'll slide them out and take a look. Alien egg set from HIYA. Yeah, I just don't know enough about it to talk any smack. Dremel some holes for shoulder pads. That I can absolutely do. I could actually probably use the pin vise. I try not to Dremel in the house. You didn't say Dremel in the house, but I try not to Dremel in the house because the pets and also my lungs apparently are important. So we've got 6 eggs. We've got a half dozen eggs here. We've got a half dozen face huggers. Like, they're disgusting. I'm so excited to bring some xenomorph lore into things, and like the eggs are in each. So you got your unhatched egg here, which is all closed up. All the petals are folded in, nice and glossy and gross. Then when it starts to bloom, and you see that thing moving around inside, almost like a baby kicking around in its mother's stomach, and then you come across this and you're fucked. Like, that's the long and short of it. Bickety bam, that thing's in your face. It's having its way with your orifices. It's putting a chest burster inside of you. You are now host. That thing's going to kick its way out. You're done. Bad day. Sucks to be you. So that's exciting. Yes, I know, Snowflake. I know cats don't like xenomorphs traditionally. Jonesy is a big hero of yours. I get it. Thank you, Wenzilla, for that. Those are going to be great. I think I might make a like, use your brain, carbonite, one of these face huggers encased in carbonite. I think that'd be cool. It's an idea. Ooh. And I could also use one of the McFarlane ones, now that I'm thinking of it, to make a queen face hugger. And where do I click the like to give Snowflake a treat? Tell you what, anybody who donates to the Ko-Fi tonight, which is scrolling across the bottom, https://ko-fi.com. Famine Studios. I will take those and I will get the cats treats and I will get the dogs treats if anybody donates to Ko-Fi tonight. How's that sound? Anybody who watches the replay, if you donate, just leave a comment for coffee that it's for, you know, Snowflake and the dogs or Snowflake and the cats. We'll figure it out, but they'll get treats for being such good critters. The dogs just ate their dinner, so they're sleeping it off in there. I can hear them snoring. You guys might not be able to. So we got these 2 cars here. I do want to take a look at these again. Yeah. Like, look at this. The freaking back opens up. It's gonna be a shame when I start to like modify these up, but also like these things are gonna look sick. She's over there on the other side. I'm gonna let her out the door because it seems like maybe she's gotta go use the restroom. Give me 2 seconds, guys. It's literally on the other side. Yes, Snowflake. Here you go. Get the door for you. I get the door for you. Go ahead. You go play. She's probably going to tell her sisters about the sweet box that she's got that they don't get to play in. Don't get to play. It's fair. But like I said, this is 118, so this is like true to scale 118 scale. They're like Did you know the steering wheel actually turns the tires? Let's see if I can do this on camera. That's turning the steering wheel. Actually turns the wheels. And the steering wheel column moves up and down. Get out of here. Wow. Masito. And this is 2017 Ford GT. That thing is cool. I might keep the colorway though. I like blue and orange together, especially that baby blue. Like that's sick. So that's that one. And then this is the same colorway. This one's heavier than that one. And this one says it is a Solido Ford GT40 wide body MK1. And this one also has, like, the level of detail on these is ridiculous. They did not have toy cars like this when I was the boy. They did not have toys like this. You used to get a Hot Wheels if you were lucky. But like that opens up. Steering wheel's on the opposite side because it's, you know, not an American car. This steering wheel turns but does not rotate the tires. I don't know if I'd be able to handle that if it did. The interior is fully detailed. Like you can see the NOS tank over in here. It's red. Let me see if I can catch it in the bad lighting. But you can see the inside has like, there's detailing on the steps. The seats are like, they have faux material painted on them. Really high detail. I've seen die-cast models, a couple of Humvees and Harley Davidsons are always quality. Nice. And I've seen those motorcycles. I almost picked up the dirt bike for Owen Grady to do as use your words, fan. To use it as a bike for Owen Grady for the Jurassic setup that I'm going to do, but I might just pick that up and turn it into like a speeder bike. But yeah, this is going to be a custom speeder. But like, look at this. Like, the freaking gas cap down here is like molded in. There's like the windshield wiper is a separate piece on the windshield. Let's see. Does the hood open up? I think it does. Hood might not open up. I might be wrong on that one. All right, so the hood doesn't open up. But it's like it's got air intake. The headlights are hollow, and then there's like lights behind them. this is ridiculous. Firestone tires. This is going to be up on concrete blocks in my neighborhood. So this is sick. Like, this is really sick. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that. Like, these two. And they're like the same color palette, but they're two different colors for the blue. Like, I dig these. These are going to make some excellent speeders. Get these guys up here. Oh yeah, let's bust RoboCop out. We'll do one opening right now. I don't want to get crazy with the opening everything. We'll take out RoboCop. So this is from the HIYA line. This is when he gets all effed up towards the end of the series and end of the movie. Spoiler alerts, the robot cop gets shot at. Sorry. Movie's like 10 years old now. I feel like I can get away with a spoiler. Your traditional HIYA square base. And then you've got your traditional, I keep saying traditional. Oop. It's like the standard RoboCop blaster, but it was like teched up a little bit for this version. We've got another gun that's all bossed out too, like a tiny machine gun. He's got a spare hand to go in his working arm that wasn't blown to pieces. Again, spoiler, the robot guy, there's a lot of violence. You got the connectors for the base. I don't use those. We've got the figure right here. And he looks like he's been through hell and back. There's a lot of detail on this sculpt. There's not a lot of paint. There wasn't a lot of paint on the suit. It was a black, like, stealth suit in the movie. Again, more spoilers. He gets the traditional, more gray costume, gray blue, with that more classic design that you're familiar with when it comes to RoboCop, if you're familiar at all with RoboCop. Probably what explains a lot of my weirdness. My father took me to the movie theater to see a double feature. That double feature was RoboCop, and it might have been RoboCop 2 at that point, and Child's Play. So I was 3, maybe 4. That is a hard maybe, because after 4, my memories of my dad get fuzzy because he wasn't around. But he took me to see RoboCop and Child's Play, which were 2 movies that a 4-year-old or 3-year-old should not be seeing. But yeah, and there's all this weathering, so I very may well switch the head for a droid head and switch that other arm for a droid arm, and then weather this guy up with some actual metallic blues, bring him closer to the RoboCop colors, and have him be a security force for somebody like Private Cop on Gimmick. I think that'd really be cool. But this guy's there's so much detail on the sculpt. I wish that they had done more for the color in the film for the costume as well. Because those guys worked super hard. They were like, hey, we're going to be making the next RoboCop. And then they make the costume, and the studio's like, no, flat black, matte black, everything. Put a couple of red lights on it, and that's it. Come on. So, when at the end of the movie, when they gave him that, traditional silver blue costume, those guys were hyped. And then we never got a sequel. So he's got the classic RoboCop gun there. And then we can also do this heater right here that he's got, which actually sits nicely. And Murphy's got his, he can look down because his helmet's off, blown halfway off, like Peter when he catches the pumpkin bomb in Spider-Man. Spoilers for the Raimi Spider-Man movies, by the way. But this is cool. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Wenzilla. I appreciate this. And we've already done one of these on the channel. We started working on it. I plan on hitting some more of these pieces very soon. I like to kind of rotate when I do my lives. That way I'm not... What's the word? I don't get stagnant in my projects. So, we're bouncing around. We're working on the Jawa tank. But this guy is going to be another one that we're going to work on as well as mine. Maybe we'll do like I'll work a little on one, work on the other. Thank you for picking that up for me. But yeah, anybody have any questions about this stuff? Anybody have any comments? How's your night going? It is a Wednesday night, a rare Wednesday night live from Famine. So we've got Red says they may still be doing a sequel. I wouldn't hate it. I would not complain if they made a sequel. I'd like for them to keep the actor and like I do weird. I do like the series, and your night became 100. Well, thank you. I would that is a very kind thing for you to say. I appreciate that. Like that is a really nice thing to say. For sure, but like for me, it does help my creativity if I kind of rotate through projects, and like if I ever do one of those sometimes on Twitch people do them like the all-day streams where they work for like 8 hours on whatever project they're doing or whatever game they're playing. If I ever do one of those, you'll see I will often pivot mid-piece and, set something aside, and I'll pick this up and, work on that for a little bit, and then I'll set it down, I'll clean my brushes, and then I'll, take this and I'll start gluing something else. And it's just like how I cycle through things so I don't get too stagnant, because I can get frustrated with things, which happens to a lot of us. You start focusing on something, a little thing might not be going 100%. And one of those things that I'm trying to learn how to do is to switch gears so I don't get so frustrated. And one of those ways is to turn to another part of my project that's all part of one big encompassing project, but it's not that same little detail. It's frustrating me. So that's always fun. Let's see. Yeah, I could definitely put maybe I'll put like Swole Han Solo in one of these cars. Hey, Wenzilla, you still in the chat, buddy? I'm just wondering. Where's the beer? Where's the beer? Just saying. What do we got? I got a random answer. Where's the beer? My favorite food? God damn, great question. Sushi. Probably sushi. That's a toughie because, like, obviously I like to eat. Like, clearly, big boy likes to eat. I'll never say no to a good slice of pizza, but big fan of sushi. My girlfriend makes some amazing black beans that I would probably eat until I'm dead if given the opportunity, but apparently, like, you can't just live on those. Lame. Favorite roll. My favorite roll is probably a Philadelphia roll or a Philly roll. I've seen it both ways on menus. I just like the simplicity of the smoked salmon, the cream cheese, and just the crunch of the what is it? It's cucumber in there too, a little bit of cucumber, and yeah, that's really good. Great Chinese food as well. I try not to eat nearly as much pork as I used to. On occasion, I will indulge boneless pork ribs from our local Chinese place. They are the best place that I've had to get them. And I know people say, oh, our hometown Chinese place, the best. I've ordered these at probably like 15 different Chinese restaurants traveling. They're never as good as they are at home. the boneless pork ribs with some chicken fried rice, egg roll on the side, crab rangoons, cold drink. It's a great meal. Or if I go to Kowloon, we do the they have a spicy chicken. I think it's called like Phoenix chicken or something like that, and it's basically like General Tso's, but it's kicked up. And we get the vegetable fried rice. I think we've had the pineapple fried rice there as well. That stuff is just so damn good. And then you add in the the tropical cocktails, and yeah, that's the good stuff. Yeah, I like to eat. It's I gotta develop a healthier approach to food. I love to eat. I was at Tank. I don't know if you're familiar with Toy Domination, but I was just actually sharing with him a couple of my favorite restaurants in New York City. One of them is an Italian restaurant. Called Vincent's, and like they have. I swear, like people that are just like they come from Italy to come and work at this restaurant. It's an older couple that was like running it that happened to be there that day. It wouldn't surprise me if they were the owners. The best sauce I've ever had anywhere. It was just so good. They do sell jars of it you could take with you, but the last time I was there, it was like a lot of walking, and I didn't want to carry around 16 ounces of sauce, and I'd probably get 2 jars, and then But yeah, Vincent's, it's in Little Italy, right up against Hell's Kitchen on the corner. Check it out if you're ever in New York City. One of the clubs that you do security at is a Chinese restaurant during the day, and you get a free meal when you. That's fucking awesome. That's like a dream job right there. That is a great, really, really good job there. That's. Sure, you got to handle a couple of drunks. It's dangerous, It's like Roadhouse, but you get free food, free Chinese food. Hey, pickle and cream cheese, banging combination. Ham, again, I try and stay away from pork, but they make plenty of turkey pork, turkey ham. Probably be good. I guarantee that's good. I actually make a dill pickle dip, which is off the top of my head. 2 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese softened, 1 jar of your favorite dill pickles, minced, drained, absolutely drain it. Save a 1/4 cup of the pickle juice, throw that in the bowl, mix it with the cream cheese, then you sprinkle in dill, and there's one other ingredient that I cannot remember. You stir that up, you let it chill. It's great on crackers and stuff. Favorite Polynesian drink, the zombie. If anybody has read my book, it's available on Amazon. It's called Tales of the Undead. It uses my pen name, which is Kevin E.C. Kurgel. You can look that up. It's $10. Great holiday gift if you got like nieces and nephews that like reading scary shit. But in there, I kind of turned the zombie thing on its head a couple of times throughout the story, and I wrote a story with the permission of Beach Bum Berry, who cracked the code for Don Beach's syrups that he used to make the original zombie. And I wrote a short story about it's called The First Zombie. And it is essentially about the first businessman. And the tale goes that this businessman went and he wanted to get something that would fuck him up. And Don made him a hell of a cocktail that he started making, and it became a very featured beverage. It was told that you could only order 2 at max because it would mess you up that much. It is my favorite because you actually have to know what you're doing in order to make one. You don't have to, like the zombie that you can buy that's a Bacardi premix, and then you just add the rum. Get it out of here. You can make your zombies with Bacardi. Don Beach actually used Bacardi, but now there's so many like craft rums and like tailored rums that are great for mixing with cocktails. Highly recommend checking those out. But included in the book, with Beach Bum Berry's permission, I emailed him. We spoke. I got a written thing that says I could use it. I published the broken down actual recipe that Don the Beachcomber, who created the zombie, had for his drink and his syrup that he used to make the beverage. So if you pick up that book, you'll be able to make a zombie whenever. That's my favorite. My second favorite would have to be My girlfriend and I made one up. We were like working on trying different cocktails, and it was the Calamansi Runner, and it was essentially a rum runner with Calamance fruit juice, and it's really, really good. We can't find that fruit juice anymore, but we will, and that's another good one. I have that recipe somewhere, so if you really want it, shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I'll dig it up. Green onion, hell yeah. Let's see, we got pinwheels or tortillas. Yeah, you use the you can use the tortilla instead of, people use, what are they using, meat and stuff, like, yeah. I had to, oh, that's right, I had to make those for a couple of weddings. Like my old boss Cindy, if you're here for whatever reason, if you happen to come across this, I really didn't enjoy making those. We had to make pinwheels for a couple of weddings, and they were a pain. But I did eat the ends off of all of them, so they were all uniform size. That was nice. Beer drinker. I don't drink beer. I think the most beer I've had was during the pandemic, during the height of the pandemic, I should say. I went to the barber shop, and they were spacing everybody 6 people out. They had 2 chairs open, and they offered, if you wanted a beer out of the fridge, because they were allowed to sell the haircut, the beer was complimentary, or a shot. I knew I had to drive, so I was like, I'm not going to do shots because, heavy hand pour. So I had a PBR, but it's been ages since I drink beer because it bloats me up. But I might check that out. Laguintas Brewing, zombie-inspired beer. Do me a favor, DM me that brand on Instagram, and I will check that. Or I could just go back and watch my own video. I can go back and watch the reruns. It's a great thing about Instagram. I like a lot of punches too. Like if somebody makes a good rum punch, hot buttered rum has become a huge winter favorite of mine. I make the base for it, keep it in the fridge all winter long, scoop that out, pour the hot rum and the hot water over top of it, stir, let it sit for a little bit, cinnamon stick in there. Forget it. That's a nice winter beverage right there. I would not say no. I would not say no to that. Like, that's a great beverage there. Equal parts brown sugar to butter. Use real butter. Don't use margarine or anything like that because you want the fattiness of the butter. Also the mouthfeel of the butter, because when you mix it with the brown sugar, reduce it. I mean, fuzzy navel is good if you're like, it's your first drink and you're 16 and you're sneaking behind your friend's house with it. I'm just saying. Or if you're my grandma, you can come over and have fuzzy navels with my grandma. But yeah, that actually, I think it's a 2-to-1 brown sugar to butter ratio, but you reduce it, pour it into a jar, let it cool. I use a glass jar, stick it in the fridge. Like I said, I scoop it out one tablespoon to the glass, 1 shot, hot water to top it off, stir it, cinnamon stick. I got wild. Oh, God. That should be on a t-shirt. I got wild on a fuzzy. There we go. The Wenzel, where you boot? I got wild on a fuzzy. Hard liquor guy. I will drink rum. I'll have whiskey, neat. But I like my craft cocktails. I like to take the time. I like to put in the effort to make that beverage. Yes, I actually just got rid of the last, I would say, 1/8 of a jar of Shine. It was sent to me as gun cleaner. It was potent. The worst I saw anybody on it was my old roommate helped himself to some. He didn't know what it was. He just opened up the jar in the freezer. He was an alcoholic. Opened up the jar in the freezer, smelled it, smelled like booze, and he started making himself what he thought was rum and cokes. He had no idea what it was. And he fell asleep face first in his plate of microwave food, and I had to take his face out of the food so he didn't suffocate himself in mashed potatoes. And yeah, but that shit was strong. Didn't really have any uses. I was, I'm not like cleaning any wounds. Really wasn't going to use it as gun cleaner, but that shit was legit. Red's taking a couple of fingers of Jack. That's right up there with a fuzzy. Getting wild on a fuzzy and a few fingers of Jack. Jesus. No, thank you. Haven't been in. Don't want to be in. That is not for old famine. Yeah, those like they're fried apples and they're in that sauce. Yeah. I liked the brownie that was really just like fucking chocolate pudding, but if you microwaved it for like 3 or 4 minutes, it just turned into a brownie. Thing was just straight up chocolate fudge hardened in the microwave. You are. I mentioned our the calamansi runner that we made and how we can't find that calamansi juice anymore. And I talked a little bit about my book. Snowflake got to play in a new box, and she got to play with some crumpled up paper. Also, I need to get a cat cam. They said that they would start donating so that I could give the cats treats and the dogs treats. And also I said anybody who donates to the Ko-Fi tonight or watching the playback, they can just comment that the money is for treats, and I will make sure that they go to getting cat treats and dog treats. But the puppies are sleeping because they ate their big, their food and their, yeah. It's a hood brownie. That's... It really is you're just microwaving pudding. Yeah, she was a sweetheart. And then she started meowing to get out. And I think she was going to brag about the sweet new box that she got. So, yes, we love all the animals here. And, yeah, I got to get like a pet cam or something that looks right down here. I can just put it up in the corner of the screen over here while I'm working. Yeah. See, again, got to get a cat cam. Absolutely. My favorite people are animals. Or my favorite animal. No, I was right the first time. Let's get really real. You will have to tip higher to get me to take my shirt off, though. It's going to have to be more than just a coffee. Just letting you know. That's what I'm saying. Of course, half the footage would be Cowman trying to take the camera. He's just, I take. Where does the name Famine come from? I have to give the name Famine credit to one of my best friends in the world, Andy. Way back, we're talking 2002, maybe 2003. We were part of an online forum. Excuse me, there was a group of us, and we were like, thick as thieves, decided that we would change our handles to be like part of a clique, because that's what you did on internet forums back in the day, message boards, the real thing. And they were talking about being the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, especially because Andy and I had been on this forum for ages. It's actually how we met. And he jokingly said that, somebody else was trying to, like, oh, you could be war and you could be famine. He says, well, no, he should be famine because, he eats all the food. Joking. Like he was joking, and I was like, oh my god, that's brilliant actually. Like I eat so much I starve people, and the name kind of stuck, right? So from then on, I started using all of my yeah, each one was a horseman, and I started using famine on all the message boards that I was a part of because it's not a common name. It's not something many people use. And then it became more of my friends knew me and called me Famine than my government name. So it kind of stuck. And I like the name Famine. That's who I am. That's people call me Famine. I am Famine. I prefer to be called Famine. I'm legally changing my name, hopefully in 2024. And it's really cool to live in a time where, one, I can choose my name. Number two, I can have a cool name like Famine. Like no one's going to stop me, and it's my name. Like I made it my own. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's one of those cool things that I learned was your friends might pass you a nickname and it might stick, it might not. But like this one stuck and I adopted it, and so many people know me as that now, to the point of where like the only people that call me by my government name are my job and my grandmother half the time. Sometimes she calls me Famine, sometimes she calls me my government name. I mean, that's that. Like I have a couple of cousins who are younger that don't, they can't figure out why my name would be different, and that's fine. When they're a little older, they'll understand and make me easier. But yeah. Winslow, if you took my old name, I have some debts I can pass on to you. I can give you my social and everything, and you could just have that. That could be yours. It's true. I've seen it. No, 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 no. You can have it, Wenzilla. It's fine. I'll send you the paperwork. You take a run at it, and good luck. You don't get my book sales though. You can't have my book sales. Maybe he's just having a tough time typing. It's tough to type with one hand when you're on a feed about a huge package. Again, we all came to see Wenzella's massive, huge package, and we did the unboxing, and that package was huge. I mean, I just got to say, I really got to earmark like this 10 o'clock hour because you guys turn out at 10 o'clock at night. Like, you know, I usually get 6 or 7 people on a stream. That's wonderful. We've had 15 people so far tonight pop in. Like that's awesome. So you guys turn out. What was in the package? All right, here we go. Um, these two amazing diecast 118 scale cars. This one actually, the steering wheel rotates and turns the tires for the car. It's almost going to make me feel a little bad for taking it apart and turning it into something else, but like hood opens up, doors open up, the trunk opens up. Like it's absolutely bananas. All the details on there. It fits 118 scale figures. I actually did take a thumbnail, but I'm live through StreamYard, and I didn't think to throw the thumbnail on there because I was so, moving around. Oh, I've got ideas. Then there's this one here, also die-cast, like all the super hyper details, like the cap is inset, the interior is fully detailed, the doors open up, like the seats are painted. You can see the NOS tank in on the floor. Like this one's really cool as well. All the little details, the metal accessories, like that's ridiculous. Then we've got Star Wars droid with a really fascinating head on there that he had at his Ollie's store that we don't get up here. Like there's never anything there anyway. He sent over a set of 118 scale alien eggs and chest bursters. So now I have them in the scale for the correct line that I work with and collect. He sent me over a Stealth Predator in the HIYA line 118 scale. So that's going to be great. I think I might take a couple of pictures of that as a Stealth Predator before I turn it into a custom. I think I can dye the plastic so that I have a good base to work off of. He sent over a couple of Morphonauts figures. One of them is rare to find, but these are like fully printed, fully articulated figures with swappable parts and accessories. Yeah, I'm super excited about those. He sent over a couple of, I figured, this is when I figured out you weren't here. He sent over a couple of 118 scale alien heads with sunglasses. And I thought for sure you'd pipe up about that and say something, but he sent over 2 of those, so I'll be able to make some alien customs with the little sunglasses on. He sent me over a kit for an Evangelion, the test type 1 armor. And I'm going to use the armor for kit bashing, but I'm going to use that body to like make a weird robot alien, or maybe just a weird robot, because that's like tall and gangly and freaking weird. He sent me a RoboCop from the new movie. Weird. Sent me a RoboCop from the new movie. It's a HIYA, so it's like super, super detailed, good articulation. I think I'm going to repaint this, maybe swap the head. But I'm excited about that. Like, I enjoyed the movie, so it's cool to have. We do WMC episodes that are after dark, so you can drink on those episodes. Absolutely allowable. He sent over a Pike Samurai custom figure. I will hold up the gun in just a second. A Pike Samurai. Look at this. Look at the sword comes out, and it looks good. Not like the Marvel Legends swords. But, like, that's super cool. He sent over another Amrakian. Like a heavy muscle dude. He's got his eye blown out. He's had a tough time, but he did a really great job at painting this dude up. I like that a lot. And then we got a droid. Sent over a Amrak droid. I just dropped his blaster. But he's got some big, beefy legs. Got some big, beefy legs. Some fresh paint on his eyes. I like that. It's almost like he's wearing a mask. Soft goods on the back. Look at the backpack with the caution stripes. I love that. And the Amrak colors. He sent over this guy, which I'm super excited about. I've never seen him before, but he reminds me of myself. Just a fat little robot. And like, just look at him. He's great. I love it. Yeah. And actually, I think I'm almost positive this goes this way. This goes this way. And he does. He walks like one of those little toy robots. And I can't wait to paint and weather him and make him just like, yeah. And his head rotates. He's got some like really like a lot of character. He's got sweet little articulated arms, little grabby hands. I like this dude a lot. And then there's a Batman and a Batgirl figure here from a different line that I had never seen before. But there's like parts that swap out. There's a whole, his head comes off. But there's like different hands for him. You can swap out his accessories. You can take the cape off. He's got a gas mask. He's got a grapple hook. There's Batgirl. Her arm came off, but like her hair articulates to get out of the way of her cape. That's really cool. Whole set of hands for her as well. So I'm excited to put those to use. And yeah, like that. That's a huge package. Like Wenzilla's just got a big old package. He also sent over another one of these 118 scale mechs from Soldier Force, the Chap Mei ones that everybody went bananas for. Really cool. Excited to work on that. I already started working on mine, and I showed everybody, like, we did a couple lives where we did some painting, and like from that green plastic to this, like just a little bit of painting, a little bit of time spent painting, you get great effect on it. So yeah, I am super excited, super thankful. I can't wait to send you over your stuff. I actually started painting some of the blanks. You know what I'm talking about, Wenzilla. But I'm not going to spoil for everybody else until the photos come out. But I started painting up some of the blanks. So those will be on their way with some other stuff. Like, very thankful. Gonna pay it forward. Gonna hook you up. Gonna send some stuff to Rad. Wenzilla's, and it's a huge package. It's it's not always the size of the package. It's what you put in it or what you put it in. Phrasing. But yeah, no, it's a really good package. I appreciate that. I think Wasteman is telling us that he's wet. Yeah, there was a massive kaiju attack on Gimmick. Video footage will be out this week. I'm getting a lot of it declassified, but it'll give a little clarification on what's been going on with Gimmick. I think the people need to know. So he's all about Wenzilla's huge package. Got it. Yeah. Kenny, I actually will send you. I've been working on some of the footage here. It's pretty tough to watch this footage. I'll actually, I don't know if I can cast it to this feed right now. We're going to try. Close that up. Here. We're looking. This could be a huge thing. I can't confirm or deny what it was, but all I can do is show a little bit of the footage here. It's still classified, but we can make it play. There's some clear details here. It's not completely revealed what happened in this kaiju attack. The folks at Monarch, they are breaking down what occurred. The attack on the tanks were useless. It's really brutal, but there will be more of that this week. It was scary. A lot of good residents of Gimmick were wiped out. A lot of buildings were wiped out. There was a series of cosmic events, cataclysms, if you will, and we're working on recovery. The folks at Monarch are documenting what happened. They don't want this to happen again. We're gonna roll out some mechs in the next iteration. Really keep it protected. So that's going to be coming this week. We're going to declassify some of that footage. Got a little exclusive behind the scenes there for you guys, but it was pretty brutal. A lot of lives were lost, but fortunately, with the cosmic rift, as all things happen, the cycle repeats itself. The pond tends to glass itself out once the rock lands in it and makes the ripples, and then it smooths over. I did no such thing. That we don't know that was Snowflake. We have really have no clue, but it was a terrifying attack. I had no hand in it. I just wanted to get people out of there, keep them safe, help them out. But the evacuations, there was not enough time. Nobody knew this could have happened. You don't say, Wasteman. we figured that out a couple of minutes ago, but it's all good. It's all good. Or any other day. It's also true. Big white kaiju of some sort. She was 7 or 8 times the size of even the biggest creature on Gimmick. It was tough. It was tough for everybody. But, a lot of things got knocked over. The giant tail, whatever that device was on the back of that creature, really knocking things over. The tanks weren't able to fight back. It was rough. It was brutal. But, once Monarch finishes declassifying that footage, I'll probably get a letter in the mail, a C&D, about showing that off that I shouldn't have, but it's all we can do. Oh no, she's it's a cosmic scale. That's the thing. It's just such a large being. We don't know what her power level was, but it was catastrophic. It was catastrophic. It's catastrophic. speak of the devil, she's outside the room wanting to get in. If you'll excuse me for 1 second, I'll let her in. Come on. Hi, big girl. Hi. Oh, let's go see our friends. Hello. You're famous on the internet, so you should come be with me. Oh. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Here she is here. And she's just being a big baby. Huh, Miss Lady. Miss Snuff, why is your back foot wet? What were you doing? But anyway, here she is. She's full of purrs. She's looking up there like she thinks she'd get up there. Not again. Yeah, you're famous. People want to send money to give you treats and put you on the camera. Yeah. No, this is biggin'. This is Miss Snowflake. She's just all scrunched up. Yeah. It is not easy destroying an entire spaceport. But you're spending way too much time checking that out up there. Why don't you go play? There you go. She might be part Harbor Seal. Yeah. It's part of her embiggening surgery. She just keeps getting bigger, so does the spot in her nose. She is a goddess. Yeah. It's like, it's unreal. She is a cool cat. That cat is if soulmates were such a thing, I do believe it is that cat. She has helped me more than she will ever know in her furry little life, and that makes me happy. Makes me happy that she's part of my life and that I get to help take care of her, and I get to see her grow and discover weird things. Like today, she discovered crows out in the front yard. I guess she had never, it never occurred to her that they were out there. And today I heard her making all sorts of racket. I'm like, what the hell is that? Those were noises I'd never heard before. So I kind of scoot out there as quick as I can to see. And she's standing up and tapping on the window and looking at me and meowing and making circles and tapping on the window. So I'm like, what are you looking at? I look out and there's a crow in the yard. And I was like, oh, okay. That's a crow. You can't go out there. That thing will, pick you up and take you. And she sat there and she kept looking and kept meowing and tapping the window. And I'm like, what are you looking at now? Because the crow had wandered off. Right across the street in another yard, there were 4 of them in a row. So it was a murder outside. And she was just super, super into what they were doing out there. And it was the cutest damn thing. She was just super talkative. She wasn't making the noises. She was just out there talking, being a happy cat and looking at the crows in the yard. So now she's poised over there like a sphinx on my bed in her spot. So she's had a good day. She got a new box. She got to play with paper balls thanks to Wenzilla. And now she gets to sleep it off. I'm Famine from Famine Studios, and I support this message. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I think I am going to take Snowflake's advice. I am going to clean this up here, start getting oh, hang on now. We got bird messages. They had a message out there. They were trying to warn us about the mole people, but I don't pay attention. But I'm going to take Snowflake's advice. I'm going to get comfy and cozy, get in my jams, and probably try and get some sleep after I get this cleaned up. Once again, I want to thank Wenzilla. Thank you so much for sending this care package. I cannot wait to get these things set up in there. I can't wait to work on some of this stuff. That was really huge, man. I appreciate it. Much love. Anybody who's watching on the replay, be sure to go over to Wenzilla's channel if you're not already and subscribe. like this video too before you take off. That helps. If you're not subscribed to me, go ahead, do that. That's always appreciated. It helps the channel out. As always, if you want to contribute to the channel, there's the opportunity to use Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/famine-studios. You can donate, enough for 1 coffee, 2 coffee, 3 coffees. If you want it to be for delightful treats for the cats and dogs, you can just mark that in the comments. We will make sure that we get them treated up, because they are good people and good animals, and they help take care of everything here and keep me in line. And apparently may have something or may not have something to do with the kaiju attack that happened here at Gimmick. But as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single last one of you. You guys are the best. Thanks for coming in late on a Wednesday, not my usual stream day, so this has been huge. You guys be well. Thank you so much. Too sweet me. And have a great Wednesday night. Be well, guys. Cheers.